Yes, indeed. I remember the 80s like it happened 30 years ago. Okay, welcome back to the program. Thanks for coming. My name is Steve Thomas and I'm talking about the 80s. It was the decade of the Rubik's Cube, big hair, the mobile phone, computers, video games, but it started in December 8th, 1980 with the death of John Lennon, shot outside his apartment building at the Dakota. An actor who was sworn in as President of the United States. I knew right away we were all in big trouble. But people love to reminisce about their childhood when they came up, and so if you grew up in the 1980s, God bless your heart. If it weren't for the music, the 80s would really suck, and half of that or more does anyway. If you remember the 80s, then you remember things like New Coke and Post-it notes. Well, at least we still have Post-it notes. New Coke sucked anyway. CNN started in 1980. Princess Diana married Prince Charles, and it was a big deal for about 5 minutes. It was the birth of MTV. Michael Jackson exploded. Everyone still loves Michael Jackson. But it was also the year Prozac was introduced, thank God. And crack cocaine became crazy, like everything else in the 80s. So you got Michael Jackson, crack cocaine, Prozac, the New Coke. Oh, and one of the biggest stars on TV at the time was made out of felt. The St. Louis Cardinals won the World Series in 1982. I didn't care then and I don't care now. But like I said, there was some good music going on in the 80s, some good entertainment. I could name you a bunch of bands. You probably had your own. One of mine was not Michael Jackson. Well, he wasn't a band anyway, right? So, who was your favorite band or bands in the 1980s? You see, the hippies were done. They were tired. They said, look, you guys take over. We're going to go make some money. And then all hell broke loose. And you know what? You know what made me realize that the earth had gone to completely stark raving crazy in the 1980s? When this guy showed up. Space Shuttle Challenger exploded on live TV in 1986. That was kind of the beginning of the end, in my opinion, of the 1980s. I ended up moving to a small island off the coast of Cape Cod and remained there for 7 years. So if you weren't around in the 1980s, let me recap. You got the death of John Lennon, the swearing in of an actor as President of the United States, Michael Jackson, propane, crack cocaine. That's about it. In 1989, the U.S. and Russia Cold War finally ended. So everyone, including some of the Russians, started doing lots of cocaine. I understand why people are nostalgic for their childhood or when they came up in the world. It's a totally natural thing. We did it with the 50s, the TV show Happy Days, and then the other TV show, that 70s show. Well, you know, now it's the 80s. It's the 80s turn. So, get your hairspray and comb out, tease your hair up real big, get the Rubik's Cube out, make a Post-it note, a reminder to yourself to watch The Breakfast Club or something like that. I don't know, maybe The Goonies. Anyway, this is Steve Thomas, reminding you to subscribe to the damn show or I'll come and take your 80s away. Grab the rabbit by the throat and shake it. Goodbye.